Hello my friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Wes. I am a psychology graduate student trained to be a therapist, and this YouTube channel is devoted to giving you free psychology and mental health resources to help you improve your life. Today what I want to talk about is communication skills. Communication skills are essential if you want to both improve your relationships and also become a person who is able to travel through the world with more ease. The better you are as a communicator, the more social skills you'll have and the opportunities you'll have even in your career. The quality of our life is often the quality of our connections, and that means that we need to be able to communicate effectively so that we can get our point across and we can connect better with other people in our lives. So today what I want to talk about are communication skills and how you can use them to improve the relationships in your life and become a better communicator. I've learned these skills both in my work as somebody who's training to become a therapist. I have also learned them because I've worked as a salesperson for the last 6 or 7 years, and I recently read a book called Never Split the Difference, which is all about negotiation tactics. And though I don't think all of those apply right now, I think that a lot of them do, and there's a lot of overlap between it all. So we'll discuss that a little bit too. Okay, so 5 things you can do to become a better communicator. Let's dive right in. The first skill that I want you to learn is called mirroring. Mirroring is super important because it basically helps the other person keep talking and feel validated in what they're saying and feel like you're really paying attention. So much of what we're going to talk about today comes down to active listening, showing the other person that you are there, you are present in the conversation, and you are listening to them really intently. That will allow the other person to open up, keep talking, feel connected to you, and eventually have a full and fulfilling conversation. So, what is mirroring? Well, mirroring simply entails repeating back to the person the last word or phrase that they said. I know this sounds kind of strange, but say the person is talking about how their day was. They said, oh, like my day was really good. I went to the beach, had some fun with my friends. And, at the end of the day, I came home and I felt really tired. And you say, oh, you felt really tired? So that's what mirroring is like. It's like repeating just the last few words of a phrase to show the person that you're paying attention, you're connected to them. And what this will allow them to do is keep talking. They'll say, yeah, I felt really tired. Let me tell you about it. And so this is the kind of thing that somebody doesn't really understand that you're doing, but you can start paying attention to in conversations to create a little bit more connection. Tied to mirroring is mirroring somebody with your body language. Okay, so when whatever their tone of voice is, their inflection, their speaking rate, say they're speaking really quickly or really slowly, you want to start trying to mirror that in your own voice patterns and your body language. If they're leaning in, you should lean in. If they are leaning back like this, you should lean back as well. You want to try to mirror their body language and tone as much as you can, because again, that shows connection. As human beings, we're designed to look for connection in conversation and be more attracted to somebody who's similar to us. So if you want to be, connected in that conversation, then you need to try to mirror their body language and tone too. Number 2 is labeling. Now in the book, Never Split the Difference, Chris Voss talks about labeling as tactical empathy. Now he's an FBI negotiator, so tactical empathy may be something that is really effective for him, but just regular old empathy will work for us in everyday conversations. Empathy is putting yourself in the shoes of the other person and showing them that you can relate to their emotions. The way that we express empathy in a conversation is by labeling the emotion of the other person. Now, a really helpful tool for labeling emotions, both in our own lives and in the lives of other people, is to look at this emotion wheel, and I'll put a link to that down below. But in a conversation with someone, you don't want to throw out a random term. Okay, you don't want to say, oh, that feels like you're feeling, really lethargic today. You should be trying to use the same words that they're using, again, mirroring, to try to label whatever emotion they're feeling. So, say we're talking about the friend who went to the beach, came back tired. It seems like they had a really good day. You can say, oh, it sounds like you feel really happy telling me that. So you want to try to put a label on their emotion, and you can form it as a question and say, oh, is that right? so that if you don't get it right, they can correct you. But if you do get it right, it really creates this connection of empathy and this feeling like they're being understood. And that can take the conversation into a deeper level. So use labeling as your second skill. Number 3 is paraphrasing. So paraphrasing is something that you want to do if you, 1, to keep up with the conversation, and 2, to show the other person, again, that you're listening, you're attending to what they're saying. So after a person talks for a long time, you want to paraphrase by kind of taking everything they've said together and saying it in different words. So for example, in our beach example, you could say, "Oh, it sounds like you went to the beach and you came home and you're really tired now." So you're just going to repeat what they said back to them, but in different words. Paraphrasing really shows the person that if they're talking for a long time, you actually understand what they're saying. And it can be really helpful for you as the listener because it can actually check for comprehension. It can say, "Oh, am I understanding you correctly? This is how I understood what you said." Right? So with paraphrasing, we're not adding anything to the conversation. We're just kind of collecting everything they've said so far and saying it back to them. Number 4 is open questions. So open questions are questions that start with can or how, for example. And these are questions that don't have a yes or no answer. Yes or no questions can end the conversation abruptly. You can say, "Oh, so the beach was fun?" And they'll say, "Yes." End of conversation. What you want to do is look for open questions like, what did you do at the beach? Can you tell me more about that? Or open questions are one that don't have yes or no answers, and they can really help open up the conversation, get the person to keep talking more and more. And again, really in conversation, that's what you want. You want to keep the other person talking. You want to have space to talk as well, but you really want to create that connection with them. And open questions can lead you down that path. Number 5 is called summarizing. Summarizing can be really important if you're trying to add something to the conversation and take it in a different direction. So say you're listening to your friend talk to you about something for a long period of time, and you've traveled all over the different places in the conversation topic. What you want to do then is summarize. You want to say, "So it sounds like you blah, 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 blah," and then summarizing adds a little bit of something. It takes it in a different direction. Maybe that's something from you saying, "I really like blank," or "Did you think about X?" Right? And so it takes the conversation a slightly different angle. And so summarizing is a more advanced skill. It allows you to connect with the person, show them that you've understood everything that they've said so far, but then it also adds something and take it in a different direction. And I think that's where summarizing becomes a little bit different. It's something that's harder to practice, but try these skills out in your next conversation with one of your friends. Most of these skills, like I said, are about attending to the person, being present in the moment, and really showing them that you're connected to them and understanding what they're saying. I think these practices can be really helpful no matter what situation you're in, and it's something that can really help improve your social skills and show your friends that you're really listening to them and you really care next time you're talking. So take these 5 skills and go try them out in your own life, and let me know in the comments down below how it worked out and any questions you might have about how to actually practically apply these things. The last thing I'll say is if you like this video, please hit the like button and please subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it, and share these resources with anybody who you think needs them. Thank you.